If you've been in the game long enough, you've probably got your favorite tool for making HTTP requests when testing, reviewing, or debugging an API. It's Postman, isn't it? Okay, there's no denying Postman is super popular, but in this video we're taking a look at 3 alternatives to Postman: Insomnia, Bruno, and HTTPie. Each has its strengths, each has its quirks, and of course 2 of them have AI. So let's see which one helps me predict the winner of the 1357 at Carlisle. I'm Martin and you're watching API Excellence. Subscribe for weekly videos covering all things API design, development, and best practice. So let's start with Insomnia. If you're familiar with API testing tools, you've probably heard of this one. It's one of the most popular graphical tools, and for good reason. First off, Insomnia's UI is clean, organized, and yes, dark mode is the default. It's geared towards developers who like a structured, intuitive environment. You've got workspaces and collections to manage different projects easily, and setting up HTTP requests is as simple as drag and drop. It supports REST, GraphQL, and even gRPC out of the box, which makes it great for developers who want flexibility or work across various types of APIs. The built-in tools make it easy to switch between APIs, inspect responses, and manage authentication without ever leaving the interface. There's also a rich plugin selection available, with everything from the MasterCard API to response generators for the Shein API available. Once you start, you're guaranteed to go down a plugin rabbit hole so deep that you will emerge with a full beard and no recollection of what the original API request was actually for. You don't need an account to use Insomnia locally, which is great if you're just looking to get in and start working. But if you want to sync your work across devices, collaborate with your team, or use more than one collection, you'll need to sign up and set up an account. Oh, and if you wanted to play with the AI, you're out of luck, unless someone on your team has recently contacted the sales team and you've got yourself an enterprise plan. Maybe it's cool. If you've got it, let me know in the comments below. So if you need a powerful graphical tool with tons of flexibility and strong support for various API types, Insomnia is a solid choice. It's definitely one to consider if you're part of a team at a larger organization, and especially if you're working across many APIs with different protocols. Next up, we've got Bruno. Bruno is a dog. If you haven't heard of it yet, you've been hanging around the wrong subreddits. Bruno is built for developers by developers, and it's all about simplicity and speed. The first thing you'll notice about Bruno is its minimalism. I'm not sure if it was developed in Sweden or not, but there's no flashy interface here. And for many seasoned developers, that's a welcome change from the clunky UI-based tools that have become so bloated year after year with tons of additional features. It's fast, lightweight, and built to handle complex scenarios without bogging you down in menus or tabs. Bruno is a fully offline tool, and there's no sign-up required, no account needed to get started. You download it, install it, and you're good to go. Of course, because of that, there is no cloud sync, there are no team features, there are no plugins, and there's absolutely no AI. But that's the point. It's fast and minimal, and it makes HTTP requests. So if you're the type of developer who values just being able to make a GET request to check that the API you've been failing to communicate with in JavaScript actually exists, Bruno is a strong contender, especially if you like dogs and plan on running your API collections as many times as you like until the inevitable heat death of the universe. Last but definitely not least, we've got HTTPie. You might know HTTPie as a command line tool, but they've stepped up their game with their tasty looking UI version that certainly takes the prize for standing out in what is still a very competitive space. HTTPie is all about simplicity and ease of use, but with that familiar HTTPie approach of being clean and intuitive. The interface is modern, lightweight, and easy to navigate, making it a great option for developers who want the power of what HTTPie brought to the command line, but prefer it as a UI. Setting up requests in the UI is super straightforward. You've got your request type, headers, body, and authentication all in one place. No fuss, no clutter. And of course, you still get the signature HTTPie color-coded responses and beautiful output. Whether you're sending simple GET requests or handling complex API setups, HTTPie's UI is designed to get out of your way and let you work efficiently. It's not trying to be overly complex, but it packs enough features to make it a strong alternative to tools like Insomnia for those who prefer a more graphical approach. And, like the CLI, HTTPie's desktop tool doesn't require an account. It's completely local, so you can get up and running without any signups or cloud features. If you prefer to keep things simple and local, HTTPie's definitely got you covered. Unless you want to use the AI, that is. To use their AI features, you'll need to set up a free account, which you can do by using GitHub single sign-on. This also unlocks cloud storage and device sync, which can also be useful, but maybe I'm missing it. The AI feature feels kind of like AI for the sake of it. I'm pretty sure I could write these same requests in the same amount of time the AI can. So there you have it. Insomnia, Bruno, and HTTPie. 3 very different tools for testing HTTP requests, each with their own strengths. Insomnia offers flexibility and graphical ease of use, but can get complex and weighty once you get into the plugin world. Bruno gives you speed and efficiency through minimalism, but requires more technical effort up front. HTTPie now offers a tool for those who want simplicity and power combined with a user-friendly interface, as well as a CLI option. No matter which one you choose, it's going to get the job done, making HTTP requests. It really comes down to your personal workflow and how much you value a lot of the extras that many of these tools have.